evening, everyone out there. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. My name's Kenan, his son, and the producer of the show. Now, tonight, the title is Flashes, which I really like. I've got a thought to share on that, but before I do, speaking of which, there's a storm happening right now. There was just a flash of lightning and then a big boom of thunder. Really awesome. But for anyone who's out there joining us, be sure to say something in the chat so we know you're here. If you don't say anything, there's no way for me to know you're here. So say something. Don't be shy. The first time, there's no charge for readings. Going forward after that, it's $10 per card. Or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month, which I highly recommend because we do 3 shows per week normally. That's Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. So a quick thought before I turn it over to Christopher. It's that these flashes of inspiration, experience of enlightenment, spontaneous joy, arguably all the good things in life are only accessible from elevated states of consciousness that are essentially free from the effects of lower vibrations. Now, every choice we make either raises or lowers our vibration. So, I'll end with a quote from one of my favorite teachers. Make good decisions. And thanks for listening to me. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Happy Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. For new people, we've got, I know Sherry's new. I believe Jennifer's new. Noah's new. Welcome, Noah. Chris Yamano, good to have you. Edna, we've got Marilyn, Lindsay, Jeff, Heather, Ashley, Nicole, welcome. And Laura, we've got Laura in there too. Yep. Got you on the list somewhere here, Laura. There you go. So every show, I light the incense. And this is about energy. This is energy for you around being immersed in the discovery of your true self and easily and comfortably letting go of what no longer serves you. You don't have the clothes that you had when you were 3 years old or when you were 16. They're out of style. They probably don't fit. You're not keeping them around. There are belief systems, there are projections from family, friends, society that are no longer yours. So this show is about easily and comfortably letting go of those. Okay? So thank you all. Great blessings to you. And I'm going to start the show with the group card. So it's called Reflective Truth. And it has to do with identity, self-love, and acceptance. If sometimes you're having challenges with asking yourself, who am I? What should I do next? The issue isn't your brain necessarily. It's just that your self-love gas tank is too low. So no amount of ignition spark is going to start the car if you don't have enough gas, if you don't have enough of that self-love. So this is about really reflecting, taking a look at yourself, and really being honest. So that's why I love like Ashley, you're with Jennifer tonight, and Noah, and Jessica and Jennifer. So it really helps. I always tell people, if you're at a spaghetti dinner and you're sitting across the table from someone, You can't see spaghetti sauce on your own face. Now, are you going to be offended if the person across the table from you says, "Oh, you got a little spaghetti sauce here"? No, you just simply wipe it off. You thank them. That's all we're talking about here. We're talking about reflective truth. Spaghetti sauce on your face doesn't suit you really well if you're going to the prom or you're going to a big event. Just doesn't work. So it's actually a blessing, hopefully you view it as a blessing, when the spaghetti sauce is mentioned that's on your face. Okay? And many people welcome it. Some people don't. I've had people on the show that so I may know who you are, but all of you, if you're just beginning on the show, there are quite a few of you that are new to the show. You don't really know who each other is. And so, and it's just usually by your first name. But I did tell one woman a couple of years ago that she needed to go get professional help. I highly recommend she join AA. I've never ever heard from her again, other than through other sources have told me that she still has not hit rock bottom and she's quite miserable. But there's nothing you can do unless people choose to take this reflective truth and really take a look at themselves. But fill that self-love tank. If you're having trouble figuring out, what do I do next? Where do I go? Who am I? Work on your self-love. That inspiration, that spark, that flash of insight comes. So, here we go. All right, we've got a great show tonight, as we do every night, because you're all here. But I love it that we've got some new people, because every one of you, Marilyn Pitch, you've been on the show for 2 years now, nearly. Lindsay, Jeff, and Edna, Tiffany, thank you all. Abby and Marilyn, I love it. So everybody welcome the newbies, and here we go.
Lindsay wants to know if you lit the incense.
I did, Lindsay. See? I did. I lit the incense, Lindsay.
It was off camera.
It was off camera?
Oh, I don't know.
No, it was on camera. I'm pretty sure it was on camera. But I lit the incense for you, and it had to deal with being immersed in the discovery of the truth of you. Okay. All right, my dear Marilyn. So we've got Marilyn, Lindsay, Jeff, Heather, Ashley, Nicole, Jessica, Jennifer, Noah, Sherry Lynn, Chris Yamano, Edna, Tiffany, Laura, Abby, and Marilyn. If I didn't read your name, say hello again. I think Jessica. So Jessica Marie is the same as.
Yep, Jessica Marie.
Okay, we've got Jessica Marie, Jennifer Spark, Piera, Noah, and Sherry Lynn. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you're okay.
And listen, please say, hey, what about me? You're coming in this order, but if you haven't said hello in the chat with whatever platform you're on, we won't know that you're here. So be sure to say something. Okay, my dear Miss Marilyn. It's impossible to tame the wind, or is it? So Marilyn, this is I had a friend that used to tell me when I would get excited or upset, they go, simmer down now. Simmer down. It's when I used to live in New York. And they were from the Bronx. They were like, simmer down. You got to simmer down. So, Marilyn, this isn't necessarily talking about taming the wind that's outside. By the way, if we lose connection, I'm not putting that out there, but we do have a big storm blowing over right now. Lots of rain, lots of lightning. So it's shaking things up. But for Marilyn, this is controlling your breath. So when you get angry, when you get upset, when you get a little lost, do the deep breathing exercises. There are lots of them on YouTube. There are even classes you can sign up for. This is, and I will share this with everyone, your thoughts do not control your breath. Your breath controls your thoughts. So Marilyn, this is really important for you to practice more breathing exercises. Pay attention to the breath. We've talked on the show a few times about box breathing. So it's breathing in for, let's say, the count of 3 or 4, holding for the count of 3 or 4, exhaling for the count of 3 or 4, and holding out for the count of 3 or 4. Again, breathing in, holding, breathing out, holding out. So they've done studies, Marilyn, excuse me, on so one of my degrees is in psychology, and they did a study with athletes, and they had athletes go out and perform their regular routines of practice. And then they had athletes that stayed in but went over their routines in their head. And they had the exact same results. Or it's watching. So if you're watching athletes, your brain takes it in as yourself. It's like a healing in many, many ways. So if you've been around people that are holding their breath, waiting for the next shoe to drop, if you're around scared people, frustrated people, angry people, you can begin to imitate their breathing. It's one of the phenomenon like crowds, where any of you I know, or many of you have degrees and know what I'm talking about. Even some of you don't have to have a degree to know this, but this mob consciousness and how it spreads and how you can mimic who you're around. So this is why it's important to be your own and pay attention to your breath. Okay, we got Laurel, Lindsay. Okay, my dear Lindsay. Okay, I have 3 words for you, Lindsay. acknowledge. So I'm going to use this for a title for tomorrow night's show. The title of tomorrow night's show is called Triple A. So I'm going to give you a preview right now, Lindsay. A lot of people on the show are members of AAA, Automobile Association of America. And I got this from Basher, watching a Basher video, and I just thought it was so appropriate. But especially it came up, like sometimes when I watch something or see something or read something, I'm like, this is going to be important for somebody on the show. And so that's for you, Lindsay, tonight. But really, it's for everybody. So thank you for pulling this card. It's called the giveaway. So many people are in want. They want, or they think they need something. They want. And it continually throws them off balance. Or they perceive that their needs are not being met, or things are not perfect. The AAA is acknowledge. Acknowledge what you have. Acknowledge what you have. Be free of acknowledging what you don't have. Acknowledge what you have. Appreciate, that's the second A word, appreciate what you have. And then this is the card for you, Lindsay. This is allow. Allow. Allow the universe to give to you. But it won't, you can't allow it if you don't acknowledge and appreciate what you already have. So the energy goes where attention flows. So if your energy's on acknowledging what you do have and then appreciating what you do have, then more is given you. I think I told this story a couple of years ago, but I want to tell it again. This woman was with her mother-in-law. They were shopping. And the woman says, they walk by this aisle and it has these little owls. And the woman says, "Oh, I just love owls." For the next 10 years, every birthday, every Christmas, every anniversary, it got out to her friends and all of her family that she loved owls. She had hundreds and hundreds of owls. Ceramic owls, stuffed owls, owl clocks, you name it, owl cushions, you name it. She had everything owls. Until she finally said, "You know, I really appreciate this, but I don't really like owls that much." And it stopped. This is allowing the universe to give to you. Everyone in the show, are you allowing the universe to give to you? And in doing that, you acknowledge what you have, you appreciate what you have, and more is given. Okay. We've got Amanda Vaughn on tonight, too, I see. Awesome. Richard and Ricky and Richie are on. Awesome. Kat, Jared, Amanda. Okay, here we go. All right. Jeff, I just spoke with you, I know, a few minutes ago. The vision quest will be given you as you go on the quest. Life is a quest. The answers or the vision is not always given you until you go. This is acknowledge, appreciate, and allow. Again, I'm going to go back to Lindsay's card. but it really has a lot to do with you. With this vision, and acknowledge the inspiration you are for others. Appreciate the inspiration you are for others. And then allow the universe to show you that acknowledgement and that appreciation by more blessings, by a higher vision. And you're moving more into in developing your own vision. It inspires other people too. Okay, focus on your own vision rather than help people create their vision. That's up to them. But you creating your own vision and growing your own vision is what inspires people to do their vision. Okay. Good. All right, Heather, thanks for being here. Then we've got Ashley. I'm going to read the list so far. Heather's next. We've got Ashley, Jessica, Jennifer, Noah, Sherry Lynn, Chris Yamano, Edna, Tiffany, Laura, Abby, Marilyn, Kat, Jared, Richard, Ricky, and Richie, John, and Amanda. Okay. And if somebody else is joining the show, say hello so we know we can add you to the list. All right, Heather, here we go. All right, Heather. Be here, be now. I was raised in a house that had a grandfather clock, right? And it would swing back and forth, swing back and forth, swinging back and forth. So this is you staying present. If you're swinging in the past, which means coulda, woulda, shoulda, stuff from the past, dealing with the past, or worried about the future, it's like the grandfather clock swinging this way, and then it swings this way. So it moves from past to future, and you only pass through the now or the present momentarily. This is getting rid of the grandfather clock. This is now. Oh, it's now. Oh, it's now again. It's staying in the now. This is being free of wishing things could have been differently. They're absolutely perfect for you right now. But wait, there's more. You know those Ronco knife commercials where you also got the fruit slicer for free if you order the knives? But wait, Marilyn, there's more. This energy from this reading tonight, and I'm going to send this out to everybody. is you're driving down the road and you look about a mile ahead and you see the traffic is stopped. And so you take the next exit and you go around. That's what this energy is doing for you tonight, and for everyone on the show, where you're heading toward this stalled energy or this situation. And it's moving the energy and the circumstances to move around that and just keep going. Years ago, I had some major spiritual work done with a master. The next day, I was driving up the highway and I was going 65, and I looked in my rearview mirror and there was a truck barreling down. He must have been going 100, 110 miles an hour. And so I saw him and I sped up. I couldn't change lanes. There was traffic on both sides. I couldn't change lanes. And I knew he was going to hit me. But I saw him in time to where I got to speed up. Now, the guy, turns out, had fallen asleep and hit the gas pedal. And I absolutely know that if I had not had that, I knew it was like a flash. I saw two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. Having done this spiritual work prevented me from being killed in that accident. No one was hurt. It was absolutely divine. It's kind of like that, Heather, for this reading tonight. It's more ease and flow around a situation that's no longer serving you. Okay, actually, and you know what? I'm sharing that for everybody tonight. So everyone I've already read for, everyone that's coming up, that applies to every one of you. All right, my dear Ashley. This is the Serpent card. It's Kundalini, where the wind comes whipping across the plain. Kundalini, it's creative energy. It is so if any of you have read my book, there's an area in my book when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I would run barefoot a lot in northern Idaho. And I stepped off the back porch and I stepped on a snake. And it immediately coiled around my foot. And I, of course, freaked out. And the harder I would shake, of course, the tighter the snake gripped. Well, finally, I got it off my foot, but by that time I was in a major panic mode. But what I didn't realize is this. So look up animal totem serpent or animal totem snake. It's a very powerful totem. It's very transformatory. You're in the middle of shedding skin. So you probably need a good spa date, a good facial, a good what do they call that? Actually, where they scrub your skin. I forget what it's called, but anyway. But I'm being facetious there. But yeah, spa day is always a good day. But this is you changing form and majorly growing. But snake is exfoliate. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa's on the show, Kenan, too. Okay, so yes, exfoliate. Thank you. But it's like daily, actually, out with the old, in with the new. major transformation. Serpent's definitely one of your animal totems. Okay, my dear Jessica. Here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. It's called the Time Master. So if you're with if you're with Ashley tonight, Jennifer and Noah and Sherry. So Sherry, Noah, Jennifer, Ashley. Maybe after the show, what I would suggest is going around and letting Jessica know about the feathers in her cap. It's not... So, Jessica, there's... this is clearing away your concept of ego being bad. Ego is good. Like there's a balance to ego. Ego is what gets us up, how it helps us take showers, get cleaned, get dressed. Ego is important. But we talked about the group card tonight, which was self-love. And stoking, in order to stoke your vision, like the vision quest that Jeff got, or to be more inspired, is to really fill up your tank with that self-love. It's on sale. You get a really good price for it right now. And so it's important for you to hear about the feathers in your cap. It's important for you to hear how other people view you and what they appreciate about you, and to allow them to speak that, and then to allow that in. So I read recently for a very, 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 very well-known gentleman. And I knew he needed a certain stone, so I actually gave him a stone. And then later he told another client of mine that he didn't trust me because he thought I was giving this to him because I wanted something in return. So the other client of mine said, no. Let me explain my experience with Chris and what happened. And so he's now ready to come to Phoenix to have some sessions. So it takes a while. It takes a while. So anywhere where it's like this is repairing your trust circuits, Jessica. And hearing from people that you know and that love you. And so it's a great exercise I'm going to tell everybody on the show, because I know all of you pretty much, how just really gifted you are. And I know that this is really powerful and impacting. Okay, Jennifer, right? Yep, there we go. Thanks for being here, Jennifer. And then we got Noah, and then Sherry Lynn, Chris, Edna, Tiffany, Laura, Abby, Marilyn, Kat, Jared, Richard, Ricky, Richie, John, Amanda, and Karen. All right, Jennifer. So it's 33, 3-3. You can look up the spiritual number 3 or the spiritual number 33, Jennifer. I don't know how to say this, but it's grandmother energy coming through. I don't know what that means to you, but it's significant. It's like your grandmother's talking about the land gave her power. So this is the magic card. Okay, let me put it this way, Jennifer. You're in an Oprah Winfrey audience. And Oprah Winfrey's going, magic for everybody. Magic for you, magic for you, magic for you, magic for you. Oh, Jennifer? Oh. Oprah don't do that. It's so they're showing me this grandmother energy and getting grounded into the earth and knowing that you are magic. But this is filling your self-love tank more. You got to fill that tank more. You have a bigger tank. I drive a Ford F-150. Kenan drives a Mustang. I think mine's 25 gallons. How big is your tank, Kenan? Like 15 gallons, right? It's like it's just spending more time with that, because everyone's different. Okay. But it's reminding you of your magic, but it's unique. It's a unique way. And when you fill that tank up and get out of your head trying to figure out what it is, work on the self-love, it all comes clear. Noah, great to have you. It's the rainbow card. So I had a friend, Noah. They lived in Maine, and we went to visit them one time, and he would go out every morning with a handful of birdseed, and literally hundreds of birds would come and eat out of his hand. And we're like, what? How? What? He goes, well, 20 years ago, I'd wake up at 4 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, and I would go out and lay on my lawn, lay perfectly still with a handful of birdseed. Days and weeks would go by, the birds would eventually start hopping closer, hopping closer. We did that every day until one day, weeks and months later, he was able to stand on his porch, and then generations of birds started coming to him, Noah. My point is, it took a lot of patience for him to lay in his yard for a long time with birdseed, and nothing happened. This is absolutely working on your studies now, working on not wishing you were somewhere else, but being very present in the now. And the rainbow will always come to you. So if you look up Native American rainbow, or what the rainbow symbolizes in Native American culture, you'll be able to really understand that, because you're going to help throughout this lifetime many, 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 many people. Like that man helped so many birds. Beautiful. Okay, Sherry, here we go. So Noah had the rainbow card. So Sherry, the word staff has several different meanings. So anywhere where you've been, so let's say you had a staff and it was a walking staff and it broke, or your support system broke or failed. Is that going to put you against all staffs? No, you can go get a metal, a steel one. You can go get another hardwood one. This is helping you with the energy of not believing that there are people out there that support you, partners that support you, but it's okay to get rid of broken staffs. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying. I hope this is making sense to you, Sherry Lynn. It's trusting that your staff sometimes you need to replace your staff because you're in a different place. But they're because 1, 2, or 3 people hurt you doesn't mean everybody will. And so John and I were talking today, and we were talking about some people, and he's going to have knee surgery next month. I hope you don't mind me sharing that, John, but he called a person that had previously been very, very self-absorbed. And this person says, "Oh my God, you're having knee surgery. I'll come, I'll stay, I'll take care of you." And it was like such a turnaround from, it was just a different perspective, right, John? From this woman, from this person. And it was really changing your perspective on knowing you have support and allowing it. Okay, Chris, nice to have you here. Then you've got Edna, Tiffany, Laura, Abby, Marilyn, Kat, Jared. Okay, we've got, can we scroll back up just a quick second? Thank you. Okay, Chris. Thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. Galileo. Your range is broadening, Chris. Freddie Mercury had one of the most extraordinary voices, and it just so happened that the universe directed him into the music industry, and people recognized it. Keep working with what you're doing, Chris. This is the thunder will clear. It doesn't thunder 24/7, 365 days a year. The thunder will clear. The storm will pass. One of the things that we really helps us is like for instance, sleeping at night. I love the singing bowls, right? But we don't really have room for the singing bowls, and if you want to sleep, you can't really sleep and do singing bowls at the same time. But on Amazon, you can plug it in, and it's a little round tape box, or not tape, but like a CD player, or what would you call that you have?
What are you talking about?
The bowls.
Right. Yeah, it's like just a speaker.
It's like a speaker, but it plays all the tones of the bowls, and it's not very much money, but like we play it at night, and it just kind of it helps your nervous system to calm down, and helps people to get into the theta delta wave brain wave. So your meditation is really important to quell the thunder that's been happening lately. All right, my dear Edna. So if you're new on the show, I guess you know what I'm doing is shuffling through the deck, right? Okay. This is called the child. Absolutely, Edna. Give yourself some credit for having worked in all the work you've done on your inner child. All the work you do on yourself affects all of your children, all of your relations. As the Native Americans say, all of my relations. It's this offering that you're giving and knowing how unique you are. You hear the expression, Edna, every child is special. You don't often hear it like, well, every adult is special. Why is there a disconnect there? Every child is special. Every adult is special. In some way, shape, or form, this is honoring the specialness of it. Okay? This is honoring the specialness of it, of the specialness of you. And the more you work on yourself, the more your children feel it. Even though they could be miles away, whatever, just work on yourself. Every time you think of your children, send joy, love, happiness, joy, love, happiness, joy, love, happiness. Somehow it's all going to work out. Okay, I believe we have Tiffany next. All right, Tiff. This is so beautiful. Beloved. So Tiffany, you're needing some work like massage, on the lower back and hip area. And taking minimum 3 days off, your system is needing to regroup. So like at least a 3-day vacation or longer, where you can recoup, but this Kundalini, or the source material, the hip, lower back, is needing, it's really important. It needs to release, or it's going to release. It's releasing. There we go. Put it in the present. It's releasing. Also, you're needing this color. Like, you see the red orange here? Like, just even taking a picture of this, if you can, with your camera, if you can see it, Tiffany, and I'll text you the card. I got to write that down. Text Tiffany this card, because you're needing this color. I don't know if you're thinking of repainting or even a wall. There's something that's important about this color. It's like this beautiful red, orange, yellow, rose color. I one time read for this woman. I love this story. She was a doctor, too. And I said, there's something really important about roses. Like, you're going to be getting roses from your grandmother. And she's like, my grandmother's name was Rose. Okay. Grandmother passed away, and shortly after the grandmother passed away, this doctor had lost her baby. Miscarried. So very strongly, this grandmother was taking care of this baby, or knew, was caring about it. But 3 days later, I get this text. I still have the text. And she was hiking Camelback Mountain, Tiffany. And for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet were 1,000 rose petals or more along her path that she normally walked. And she said the pictures were stunning. Like, no doubt about it that this grandmother energy, the daughter energy was there. It's like that. It's like that really, really beloved. Your path is like lined with roses. I love that. All right, my dear Laura. So, Laura, this is soul retrieval. So when you think about, I don't know, like an earthquake and a building collapses, it's removing the rubble to get to the soul, right? To get to the person. That rubble that people are buried under is not them. But it's the like material that's pinned them down. Expectations. Projections. So it's like I can feel like your soul really breaking free. You've done really well, and you've seen the crack, you've seen daylight, and you know that there's a spirit working to retrieve your soul from past collapses. And so that gives you hope, but honey, you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till you get, you've done really well, but this is you coming into your power and back fully. You're fully into life, but again, I'm going to say, but wait, there's more beyond what you could imagine. Okay. Marilyn, Abby, Kat, Jared, thanks for being on the East Coast. Here we go. Oh, my dear Marilyn. Definitely, Marilyn, more rouge. No, of course, this is the seer card. And then okay. So I read for a woman yesterday, and I'm like, I don't always understand what I'm seeing. And so I tell people, listen, when you have a personal reading, write it down. This may not, it doesn't make any sense to me, but there's a reason for it. So this is Marilyn freeing you up about so you're a seer. You have this ability to see the past, present, and future all happen at once, but you have this vision. You may not understand it. Give up on needing to explain it. Or don't even worry about explaining it. Because I like I told this woman, I said, I don't know what this means. If I get more information on it, I'll text you or I'll call you. But right now it makes no sense to me, but here's the message. You'll know when to tell people and how to tell them. So every one of you on the show is gifted in one way or the other. If you are moved to speak and say something, then do it. Without the need to explain. I did that. I was at the store the other day. I said to this kid, I went, it's really important you move back east. And he looked at me and goes, what's happening? Who are you? And I go, okay, yeah, my name's Christopher LaPrath. It's what I do. I just need to tell you that. He goes, how do you know that? And I went, well, it's in your field. I didn't have to explain anything more than that. I said, the thing is stop listening to your family. Go do your dream. You're going to be very successful. He had applied to go to to start his own robotics company back in New York. Hadn't told anybody. It was pretty cool. So that's what I mean. I gave you an example of that, Marilyn. And then Abby, you've got the spiral card. It's I don't know. I'm listening to a rap song and I don't know what this is, Abby, but it's pretty cool. Coming on up on the big top. 3 steps forward, 1 step back. 3 steps forward, 1 step back. Stop focusing in any way, shape, or form of the 1 step back. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're moving absolutely forward. Okay, so Phoenix has loops around the city. The 101, the 202, and the 303. Well, if you take the 101, it doesn't take too long to get around the city. Take the 202, long time. 303, oh my God. Long time. So as you're spiraling up, sometimes the progress, the improvement isn't quite as noticeable. If that makes sense, Abby? But it's absolutely the case with the spiral for you, Abby. It's like and you can feel it. Forget about the time. Forget about it. Enjoy the scenery. All right, Kat and Jared, Then we've got Richard, Ricky, Richie, John, Amanda Vaughn, Karen, and Lori Gonzalez. Lori, welcome to the show. Thank you for saying hello. All right, Kat. So Kat, I'm looking up a mantra for you. Hold on. Louise Hay Bladder. So Kat, this has to do with your bladder. You're always gladder when your bladder is flatter. But anywhere I easily and comfortably release anywhere where I'm pissed at life. And I honor my emotional needs. I honor and allow my emotional needs to be met. I allow and honor my emotional needs to be met. Okay, Kat? I allow and honor my emotional needs to be met. So you can look up Louise Hay, Hay, and then the bladder. And releasing all fears that no longer serve you. I easily and comfortably release all the fears that no longer serve me. And I'm free of wasting time, energy. I'm free of wasting time and energy on fears and worry. I'm always and forever free of wasting time and energy on fears and worry. Life has you. Life's got you, Kat. Like it's all going to work out. Karen, there's always time for you. Just hang in there. We're going to get to you because we've got Jared next. We've got Richard, Richie, and Ricky, John, Amanda, Karen. There you are, and Lori. All right, Jared. So, Jared, I'm going to go back. This is the wind card, so I'm going to go back to the very beginning. We had Marilyn Pitts, and it was Taming the Wind. You're out on a hot summer day, and all you're wishing for is like a cool breeze. And you know when that cool breeze comes, it's like, oh, cool breezes are coming. There's this refreshment. Take on the cool breeze and go, universe, give me more of that. This is life giving you a breather. So again, pay attention to your breath. Do some breathing exercises. On your way to work, you can play a YouTube. You don't have to watch it, please, but just do a breathing exercises. On the way to work, when you get home at night, in the morning, do your breathing. Breathing controls your thoughts. But this is like a breath of fresh air coming up for both you and Kat. It's like relief. And I'm going to share that with everybody on the show. What a beautiful card. It's like I can breathe. Hakuna Matata, no worries. All right, Richard, Ricky, and Richie. Thanks for hanging in there. So, Richard, not a surprise here. You've got the Sun card. Everything is going to work out for you. Instead of using John Wayne toilet paper half the time, work up to using John Wayne toilet paper all the time. John Wayne toilet paper is when you don't take the crap off of nobody. Okay? This is standing strong in who you are, and it's the best thing you can do for Ricky and Richie, and it's teaching Ricky and Richie to be and stand in who they are. And you don't have to be mean in refusing other people's BS, but you need to be strong and firm. No. But you don't have to be mean. You can still be kind, but nope. But this is things working out for you, Richard. This is the Sun card's one of the highest cards in the deck. So I'm going to pass this on to everybody on the show. It's working out for your best. It's the whole Annie. The sun will come up tomorrow. All right. So Ricky and Richie, these are both spiritual cards. You've got Ricky, you've got the Sorcerer. Richie, you've got the Owl. So perfect, right? You think of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. You have the magic, and you also, Richie, you have the owl, which has, look up spirit animal owl. Spirit animal owl. And then, Ricky, you have the Sorcerer card. This is being able to create through alchemy. You can look up alchemy. Whatever it is that you want. Being in your own power. But also for you too, Richie. It's like the owl is able to glide through trees in the blackest and blackest of night because of their vision ability and their sense of movement. So this is really good for you, like taking up karate or qigong, yoga, for both of you actually. Okay, John, and we've got Amanda, Karen. Here we go, John. I love the show tonight. Great energy. I hope this is helping. Let us know in the comments, like feedback. Love to hear it. So John, this is the Earth card. It is, you're in the land selling business. So this is absolutely what we talked about today, doing your own land. This is moving the earth, absolutely moving the earth. Understanding though that what you're selling is you're selling grounding for people. You have the ability to do ground, to help people dig in. When there's so much social media, so much people are in their heads, you offer. That's why your photography of the earth is so, John, it's so important. It does more. So you're in the land business, in realty business, real estate business, but you're also in this photography which grounds people. It's vital. It is vital for consciousness today. Powerful. All right, my dear Amanda, thanks for hanging in there. And you too, Karen and Lori. I hear this word really loud, Amanda. Clear. Nightmares. Wake up, get yourself a drink of water, use the restroom. Clear your field. Clear the nightmare. Change the nightmare. Go back into it and change it into something really positive. You could do that while you're waking. Just lay there in the bed, recall the nightmare, but change the outcome. This life is a dream. Change the outcome. Change how you're feeling about it. Change how you think about it. Energy goes where attention flows. Releasing, clearing, destroying, and uncreating. Fear of taking the wrong path. Fear of doing the wrong thing. Fear of repeating having done the wrong thing when you did the wrong thing, and losing all judgment on that, Amanda. Are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that right now? You're on the right path, and you're continually going to be directed. So if I had, I don't know, if I had a red pen, Amanda, this is the, come on. This is the grade. There we go. Right there. This is the grade I give you for life. You got an A. And you're going to continue to get A's. Be free of judging any A minuses or any B's. Stop. In the end, it's the GPA that matters. Great potential allowance. There's just this allowance that's coming to you and how things are going to be working out for you. It's going to get better and better. Free of judging yourself and just knowing you're on the right path. Goes for you too, Karen, since you're coming up and you're right next to Amanda. Absolutely. So Karen, drum. Call into your life how it is you want, what it is you want. Release all fear of not having what it is you want or having lost what you've lost. Drum into reality, into the material realm, what it is you want. The base chakra, as you know, is the creative chakra. This is reactivating that. Drumming will help do that. Those low bass sounds. Uh-oh. I think oh my God, I think I'm channeling Trainer. What about that bass? That bass. That's stupid, right?
No.
Sorry. I'm seriously like, isn't it Megan Trainor, Karen, that sings that? What about that bass? You're needing to stimulate that area. And you could do that with bass drumming. Yeah, I love that, Amanda. Thank you. It's the heartbeat that connects us all. See, and I love it. I love that you have this deck. I think that's so great. Okay, Lori, thanks for being here, first timer. I hope you're still here.
Connect to Arcturus.
Arcturians, I have worked with those before, but it just depends on what the person needs, Lori. So Pachamama is Gaia, basically, Lori. So this is the connecting to Earth, grounding more. Doing like camping or campfire, it's grounding to the earth. It's like being more present. You'll feel much more recovered. This is all about you recovering. And you're going to reach that zenith of this joy and the pinnacle of just absolutely being alive, but it's really important to ground more. The answers are not out there, they're here. This is the Gaia, this is Pachamama. It's anywhere where anyone has knocked you out of this is attracting higher vibrations to you and letting go of the lower vibrations in every way, shape, or form. And that's going to happen. But just ground. Even if it takes going out and standing barefoot on the grass, literally ground. And really connect, really do whatever you can to connect like to the earth. And doing something for the earth. In the very smallest way, it'll be rewarding. What a fantastic show. Thank you all so much for being here. We'll do this again tomorrow night. If you have any questions, if you need any help, you can call me or text me or instant message me. Love you all. Have a great, great night.